In Montreal, our waste ends up in an eco-center or a landfill. Environmentalists oppose landfills because of the risk of pollution or poisoning our groundwater. But some engineers oppose landfills for another reason. They want us to think of our waste in a different way, not as garbage to be burned or buried and forgotten about, but as fuel. Terragon Incorporated is a small company in Montreal that is developing a new technology that uses waste to produce energy. Leon Laubry, an engineer at Terragon, helped design the system.
Instead of putting fuel into our system, we put waste that generates this gas, and then we can combust this gas just like any fuel.
Terragon has created a machine that they fondly refer to as MAGS, Micro Auto Gasification System. Once started, the system is self-powered. Garbage is loaded into the machine and then dropped into a chamber that has been heated up to 700 degrees Celsius. It is melted, which creates gas. This gas is then fed into a second chamber where it is ignited. The energy produced by burning the gas powers the machine. It also heats water, which can be used for human consumption or to heat the location where the system is installed. MAGS is considered a green technology because for every 100 pounds of trash, it produces 5 pounds of non-toxic ash that can be used as fertilizer. Its exhaust emissions meet international standards. The system's independence is what makes it appealing in isolated habitats. Ships or resorts or military camps don't get to just drop their garbage off for it to be taken away. These people have to be much more conscious about the space their waste is taking up and their environmental impact. Communications Director at Terragon, Andrew Corney, is working with some big names in the resort and shipping industry to get the project off the ground.
We tested those in the field at a hotel, the Fairmont Chateau Montebello, on the Maersk supply ship, the Laser. And we also put it with the Royal Canadian Navy and the U.S. Marines.
Okay.
They become our biggest champions for MAGS. They've literally tested it, put everything you could imagine into it. So these were very successful field demonstrations we had.
Terragon is now looking into developing MAGS technology further to be able to create electricity rather than just reducing energy consumption by heating water.
Thing is, this is such a radical way of thinking for the marine industry alone that this will a total game changer.
Many communities are looking for sustainable solutions for managing trash. We met with William Ray, who is a retired sergeant of the Canadian Armed Forces, with an interesting account of military waste management.
Basically, we burned everything. We burned garbage, we burned food, we burned ammunition.
For troops stationed overseas, keeping up good relations with the locals can be affected by their environmental impact on the area.
As many times we are deployed in other people's countries, and to affect our missions, the more care we show for the society and the environment, the better it is for us.
Waste management is more than just garbage disposal. It's also about how waste is produced. Faisal Shanib is the environmental coordinator for Concordia University and is responsible for researching better waste reduction strategies.
I think it's a neat technological development. I mean, it seems like it's able to treat the trash in a way with like having emissions that are within standards, which is good.
But Faisal is skeptical about whether Terragon's MAG system is a practical solution for mainstream use, or if it's just a band-aid solution to a bigger problem.
You're standing near a river and you see a baby in the water, and you're alarmed that there's a baby in the water, it's drowning, it's crying, you go to rescue the baby, and then babies just keep coming. Eventually, you need to start asking yourself, who's putting the babies in the water? So we need to think that way about waste, right? Stop the baby throwers.
The best way to manage waste is to create less of it. But for the garbage we do make, MEG's technology may become a viable solution that serves the double purpose of creating energy.